Hey guys, what's going on? The Metal Voice Live. I'm just going to kill the audio here. Metal Voice Live early in the morning, having a coffee. Yeah, I really wanted to do a quick review of Ozzy's new song and also talk about Motley Crue. And I've talked about this before on Facebook, but I want to talk about this on YouTube. I want your opinion. Do you think this is a big cash grab for Motley Crue, or do you think this was sincere? Right? They really wanted to retire, but then suddenly they decided that they need music in their lives and they need to continue. So, what are your thoughts here? First off, let's talk about this Ozzy song. Just it was dropped last night, I guess, actually this morning, 12 midnight, I guess. I know there's not a lot of people out there right now. It's really early morning, but I had to do this. I wanted to get this out of the way for the day. Been listening to the song on repeat on YouTube. It's in the description. But first, some shameless plugs. You ready for this? If you want to support the show, you like the show, you like everything we do, we all, from all around the world, pick up a Metal Voice t-shirt. Yeah. Ships in most parts of the world. Yeah, it's about, 20, 25 for the cost of the shirt, US, but the shipping is different. So, I mean, everybody, wherever you live, it's not going to be one price. It's all around the world. So I have to send you a quote. There's, again, in the description, you get a link. And here's another shameless plug here. We're a good plug, actually. Look at this. So Gina and Nigel Glocker of Saxon fame. You know Nigel. There we go. Look at this. Saxon candle makes a wonderful Christmas present. Actually, they're sold out of these. It's not like, I just want to show you this. The quality is phenomenal. It's like a friggin', it smells nice too. So there you go. That's a very cool thing. I just want to show you. It's Evoke Candle Company, and I put the description in the link. And thank you very much for this Saxon 40th candle. It comes in a nice little box, not too expensive. They don't have the Saxon ones anymore. It's not like I'm showing you because I want you to buy. I want you to go to the Evoke Candle Company on Facebook. The link is in the description. They got great candles and cool designs, and they are sold out of Saxon. All right, guys. Ozzy Osbourne, then we'll talk about Motley Crue really fast. I'll read your comments on the Metal Voice Facebook page on Motley Crue. Cash grab, or they were sincere about the whole thing? Ozzy Osbourne. I mean, okay, this is the second. I'm getting already a comment here. This is the second single he's dropped. Let me just get my sheet here. Ozzy Osbourne has released Straight to Hell, the second single from his forthcoming album, Ordinary Man, due out on Epic Records in sometime early 2020. Now, in this song, Straight to Hell, you got Slash playing, you got a nice little wah-wah thing happening. But the backing band, it was recorded in Los Angeles. The album features producer Andrew Watt on guitars, Duff McKagan, Guns N' Roses on bass, Chad Smith, Red Hot Chili Peppers on drums. So it's a cool band. It's a cool little band. I wouldn't have used this band, but it's nevertheless a cool little band. I think I would have used Gus G. And I mean, with all the great guitarists out there, Andrew Watt, I guess Slash is, to me, Slash is a great guitarist. So I won't knock him, at least on this song. I'm not sure if he plays on every song, but the solo is by Slash, at least so it says. The last album by Ozzy Osbourne was Scream, back in 2010. Kind of a disappointment. And then, of course, Black Sabbath had 13, a little retro trip. So what do I make of the song? This is my reaction review of the song. I think I like this one better than the last one. The production is very much in the vein of the Scream sound. His vocals are good. I mean, look, if you're in the studio and you track after track after track, take after take, you're going to get a great vocal. The guy's like 70. Let's cut him some slack. Ozzy Osbourne has probably one of the best tones in singing. And I mean, that's why he is who he is, because he has one of the best voices or tones, the most identifiable tones. I mean, we're not going to say he's the greatest singer. We're going to say he has an absolutely great sense of melody, and he's got a tone. And tone, I mean the sound of his voice, for those of you who don't understand that. I know it's early here, and a lot of people aren't watching yet, but you'll be able to watch this on reruns. You just watch it later on. All right, so it starts off with, the sort of choir, soft, and then it goes into a, stop and go, like the voice, And then the music, the voice, the music, the voice, the music, stop and go style. Then it goes into the chorus, which is, just basically repeating, straight to hell. Then it goes back to the verse and it's stop, go, stop, go. And in between the stop goes, there's some cool little drum fills and bass fills. The production, I said, is good. The guitar sounds good. It sounds like a well-produced track. You could hear, if you listen really carefully to Ozzy's vocals, you could hear that there's maybe some little auto-tune happening there. Nevertheless, he's using his lower register voice on the back vocals, which sounds cool. It's got the all right now, that's maybe done to death. The riff, I do like the riff, but it does have a Black Sabbath kind of vibe riff. So this is sort of like, again, like this album, it sounds like Ozzy's solo work, hybrid Black Sabbath. I don't know. Care to comment on that? And then it does go, it goes verse, chorus, and it goes into this sort of bridge. Calms down, brings back the sort of choirs from the beginning of the song. Ozzy sings really nice and quiet, soft. Sounds great. And then again, it goes back, to the repeat of the chorus. The bridge, and then the great solo by Slash, which it's a wah-wah solo. It's a good song. I mean, you can't knock it. If you take this song and you compare it to all the songs out there, music-wise, either new bands or older bands, it stands up. It's a good song. I even like the last song. I think this song is a little bit better. Of course, they're using that retro vibe. They'll throw in a little Black Sabbath, sprinkles of Black Sabbath. All Right Nows, I think they could do without the All Right Nows. They've done that to death. Enough. But overall, I think it's a good song. And if I was to rate it, 7.8, 8 out of 10, it'll never top Randy Rhoads. It will never top even Jakey Lee's era, in my opinion. But I think it might even top Zakk Wylde's, because I'm not a big fan of the Zakk Wylde era. Maybe you are, but I'm not that so much. Luigi, hey Jimmy, it's better than no Ozzy at all. That's pretty much how I look at it too. I think this is better than Scream. So if I was to rank it, I'd say, Randy Rhoads era is number 1, and then Jakey Lee is number 2, and then probably something here. Maybe some Zakk stuff too, mixed in there. And then the later day, or let's say the last few albums, I'd put at the bottom. But it has that production of the latter, the last few albums of Ozzy Osbourne. Tell me what you think. Leave a comment. Did you like it? Did you hate it? Do you think it sucked? Hey, any Ozzy is good Ozzy. A lot of people say that about Iron Maiden, the last album of Iron Maiden too. At least there's some Iron Maiden music coming out. And again, I'll say this one more time. Ozzy Osbourne, you may love him as a vocalist, as a technical vocalist, or not. He's not the greatest technical vocalist, but his tone is the most replicated and most distinguished tone, and it appeals to the hardcore fans. It appeals to the mainstream fans. He's got an identifiable sound that no one can top. And that's why Ozzy Osbourne is who he is. It's that voice. He's got a great voice. Missing the signature of Zakk's sound. That's comment. Yeah, I mean, it's missing the signature of maybe Jakey Lee's sound. You're right. I mean, it is but this seems like more of a solo album when you start throwing in different members. I don't know. Ozzy Osbourne's not a band. He's just a solo artist. So yeah, sure, you could say that. Yeah, Luigi, you could say that. All right, I'm gonna throw. Let's kick it into gear. Tell me what you thought about Ozzy. We could throw some comments out there. I know it's really early in the morning. I'm still drinking coffee or trying to wake up. All right, I'm gonna go read some comments here. I'm gonna read some comments first about Ozzy. I'm gonna go to the Metal Voice Facebook page. And I'm going to read some comments on the new song that already have popped up. And if you care to check it out, go to the Metal Voice on Facebook. Maybe you don't have Facebook, but you could just leave a comment here on YouTube, okay? So here we go. I'm going to Facebook now on the Metal Voice. And I put a post this morning, a new Ozzy song. You like it? What do you think? So Bruce says, musically, I'm getting a clutch vibe. I like it. All right, fair enough. Orville, I just don't know, man. I just don't know. And somebody, Raymond, saying, same here. And Andrew saying, it's nice. And I can't pronounce his name. I really like these new songs. Shapes up to the best thing he's done since Osmosis. There you go. Actually, I do like Osmosis. I think it's got a very good album. Especially Perry Mason. Raymond, better than the previous singles, but still nothing to write home about. Sorry, I really wanted to like these two songs, but I just don't. All right, Sweet saying, cool song. Luigi missing that signature. Zach, Brandon, it's okay. Could have been better, Brandon. But what are we expecting here? What are we expecting here? We're not going to get Randy Rhoads. We're not going to get Jakey Lee. That era has come and gone. And even if somebody came in and tried to replicate that era, it just wouldn't be the same. We'd say, they're just ripping off Randy Rhoads. I think we're being too hard on Ozzy here. Not to say we shouldn't be critical and judgmental. We should be, because I am. All right, let's look at some more comments on the song. We'll go to Motley Crue quick after that. It's not going to be a long podcast. Edwin is giving the horns and thumbs up and the muscle up. Leonidas, meh. And Gordon, I like the Under the Graveyard better. Luigi, off topic. You think Vince Neil is going to pull a Paul Stanley and lip sync the new tour? Off topic? You got it. Of course. Oh, Motley Crue. I stopped liking them, I think, after Shout at the Devil. I really like Shout at the Devil. I like Too Fast for Love, Shout at the Devil. And, I kind of like a few songs here and there, like the Kickstart My Heart kind of thing. All right, Ozzy Osbourne, leave your comments. All right, Motley Crue. So, I don't know, man. It's just been bothering me. Let's just talk about retirements. Scorpions. First of all, do you think this is a marketing ploy all along for Motley Crue? Or do you think they were sincere at the time when they signed all these documents, these contracts that no one ever seen or heard? So, Motley Crue told us they would retire whenever it was. Signed the contracts. Now suddenly they're exploding the contracts. They're getting rid of the contracts. And they're saying they're going to tour again. Of course, the movie Dirt came out, brought their popularity to another level. Fair enough. But the problem with this was they wanted to retire at such a young age. And okay, I know they're 50s, late 50s, and maybe even early 60s. People might, younger than us might not think it's an early age, but let's be honest, people still work up until, let's say, 65. And musicians, they're addicted to the stage. I mean, when you stop for a year, you just want to go back. But let's go back to the people who have claimed to retire. Ozzy Osbourne, back when he was 40-something years old, no more tours, wanted to retire. I think Ozzy was sincere. I remember that time. Keep in mind, this guy is like a drug addict, an alcoholic. He's burnt. I love the guy, love Ozzy, love Black Sabbath. But let's face it, I think there was a sort of sincerity to when Ozzy wanted to retire. You could Ozzy is just a burnt soul. And he doesn't know if he's coming or going. And I think there was a sincerity. The Scorpions, farewell tour. I think there was a lot of sincerity there. They don't need the money. They are a global band that people love them around the planet. Were sales sort of sagging? Perhaps. They're in their late 60s, and now they're in their 70s. There's a sort of sincerity about Scorpions. Even from when they started, I don't think they give it their all on stage. I don't know. I don't get that vibe from the Scorpions. I think what they're just doing is they just love it so much. They're still in good shape. They just want to keep going out of sheer love. The money, I'm sure these guys have a lot of money. I don't think that's an issue. They could have just one-off shows and made enough money. Scrappy, I could dog on him, but I can't. I don't know what that means. I just don't know what that means. Dennis is saying fake. Scrappy saying metal. Okay, some good comments. So let me read some comments from Motley Crue and let me give you my perspective here. All right, going back to the Metal Voice Facebook page. How much lower can you tune a guitar? And I'm assuming you're talking about Motley Crue and they're tuning down to Vince Neil because he can't sing. I don't even know if this guy could ever sing. Probably in the early days. At least people tell me. All right, Matt. Given the promoters are being asked to pay for the tour, it's a cash grab. disappointing, especially because they made such a big deal in taking this sensation of touring. Fans have every right to feel annoyed. But you know what? Here's the reality, Matt. And I know if you're not watching here or you're just on Facebook, the reality of Matt's comment is, no matter how mad we may be at them, at Motley Crue, for doing this, fans will still go. That's just the reality. That's just supply and demand. If the demand is there, people will go. Doesn't matter how pissed we are. Doesn't matter if I decide to blackball them and never go see their shows. They will still fill up these tour dates. They're probably coming to Montreal. I couldn't care less. I don't care about Poison, but I respect anybody who likes them. Motley Crue, I'm really not interested in seeing this band. It's just not me. I like to watch the movie. I like to listen to music. I wouldn't pay all this money, and it's going to be a big ticket item. It'll be like $250, $300, I'm pretty sure. Def Leppard, which I like, and I've already seen just recently, so I've really no interest. Marcy, there we go. Hello. Luigi, hi. Okay. Let's just go to these comments. So back to this. Shane is saying it's embarrassing, and this is comments I'm getting on the Metal Voice Facebook page. You could actually leave a comment there if you like, or you leave a comment here on YouTube, whatever you like. I know it's early morning. Maybe your fingers are hurting so early in the morning. You just can't type yet. Need a coffee. Shane, it's embarrassing for anyone to go back on their word. That's the problem. End of the day, it doesn't mean shit for a fan, but fans attach themselves to a band. And you know what, Shane? I'm going to respond to you on this. At the end of the day, it's just music. It's just entertainment. This is not rocket science. This is not brain surgery. This is not the end of the world. It's just entertainment. So if you feel like getting entertained, you go see Motley Crue. If you don't feel like getting entertained, you don't. But to me, I'm a little bit of a purist. And it kind of bothers me. It kind of bothers me that someone goes out of their way to rip people off. Or at least, I wouldn't say rip them off. I'd say mislead. It's kind of like when you see fake advertising. I don't know. Look at Rush. Rush is the perfect example of sincerity. And that's why people will love them till the end of time. They said they're finishing. They're finished. And they just went out. Maybe Geddy Lee will do a side project, or Alex Lifeson. Maybe Neil Peart will come back, write a book. They won't come back. Maybe as a one-off for a benefit of some sort. I could see that happening. They are true to their word. The three guys, okay, John Rutsey at the beginning, but these guys have been together forever. And that's why people love them. That's why they're on another level than Motley Crue. There's the music side of Rush. There's a sincerity of Rush. And they're not out there to trick their fucking fans. Okay? Anyways, Greg, I've always liked Motley Crue, but why in the hell would anyone pay to watch Vince Neil sing? Because he's going to lip sync. That's why. I'm assuming. Kiss Business School. All the money for meet and greets. There's another point here. Now, let's go to Kiss. I think Kiss is sort of halfway. I remember back when Ace and Peter were in the band, that was the final tour. I think there was a little sincerity there. But when it started, the New York gig, I think it was in New York, their last gig. I remember it. I think I have it on video. I think they saw that it was so massive. And again, Gene's addicted to money and Gene's addicted to the fame. I don't think he could sit still. But I think there was a little sincerity on their first farewell tour with Peter and Ace. But then it just spiraled into something more, right? Because the money's there, and I guess Gene's going to the money. And I mean, at the end of the day, we all want money, right? We all got to eat. I don't know. I think there was half and half on the Kiss. Because I remember when it happened, it didn't seem like, it's like Ozzy in a way. It's kind of, okay, we had enough, let's retire. But then I guess they got, like Motley Crue, they didn't write up no contracts. I don't know if I'm going to defend Kiss or not. They go where the money is. I don't think they're going to come back. They might do one-offs here and there, but I don't think they're going to do a full tour. They're too old now. What are your thoughts? All right, Marcy, think. When the music is in your blood, it's in your blood. You never really quit. Motley Crue was a huge fan base. Its own monster, same as Kiss. They will always have this new fan base. Good point. So what happens is, I think the mentality is you're retiring with your fan base, But what happens is like a new fan base starts coming in, younger folks. So now it's another wave. And then you're saying, holy shit, I'm still young. You know, the rest of the band, I guess minus Mick Mars, is in okay shape. We could tour. We could make a lot of money. And the thing about entertainment is, and even this YouTube channel and any radio station or TV station, you get addicted to doing something like this. You get addicted to the attention. Not to say that I need attention, but you get addicted to it. You get addicted to that give and take between, you know, fans, friends, and followers and audience. And this is a small level. We're talking about tens of thousands of people patting you on the back and buying you drinks and buying you meals. And you get addicted to that. You get addicted to that fan-artist connection, relationship, symbiotic relationship. And it's very, very hard to stop. And I'm sure even the guys who are musicians at 75 years old still need that. Because in a way, it's like an attention drug. But it's not a bad thing. I'm just saying it's just what it is. Martin, I've never had any interest in them. It really doesn't bother me. Bill, I liked them for about 15 minutes back in 83. Kind of the same way. But I still listen to them. I put on their album. I'll listen to it once and I'll chuck it for 7 months. I like 3 out of 4 are, I feel like 3 out of 4 are total jokes. I only thought the 4 songs they recorded for the Dirt soundtrack were terrible. Me too. But, Vince Neil, shit on him all you want, but this guy's got a distinguished voice, and I don't think they would have made it without his voice. Period. Nikki Sixx probably would have attained some sort of success, his writing skills. But I think Vince Neil, and again, he's not like Ozzy, but he's got a distinguished tone. And that's what breaks bands, is basically the distinguished tone. If I'm talking too much, I could stop. All right, let's go to some more. Marcy, you really don't need to. I agree. I'm still surprised Kiss draws arena crowds and most people are going for fun, not big fans. I'm still surprised people are going to see bands that no original members are there. I think in the next 20 years, these bands like AC/DC and Foreigner will be zero original members, and it'll be like Australians' Pink Floyd in a sense, right? It'll be Motley Crue without Motley Crue, and people will still go because at the end of the day, people want to be entertained, and it's not brain surgery. And that's what it is at the end of the day. It's just people want to be entertained and love the music, and there'll be replacement parts. Maybe Kiss will continue without Kiss, right? Christopher, they made 2 albums, good albums. Shout at the Devil was a fluke because it really was good. And the Karabi album. All right. Jose, good morning from Toledo, Ohio. Good morning in Toledo. Usually I do these early ones for like 5 minutes and then I get tired and I got to pass out. But anyways, Thorn, oldest trick in the last chapter of the book. You're right. This will be my last podcast. This will be my farewell podcast. What if I keep doing that? What's going to happen? Maybe the numbers will shoot up. Jose, what's going on? Is it cold in Toledo? It's friggin' cold here. It's raining water and ice. Steve, if you're honest, you'll already made up your mind. Opinions are a personal thing and everyone is entitled to their own. If it is honest, then you ask the mass audience, A, is it better than B? I don't know what you're talking about. Eric, it's a ripoff. Didn't care. Marco saying, don't care now. David, it's all about money. Plus, Mick Mars was on that metal show and said that the retirement was real and he never came out of retirement. I think Mick Mars, there was sincerity there. The guy's got some serious, health issues. And for him, it's not easy, right? All right, I got so many comments on this. It's crazy. So what'd you think of the new Ozzy song? I think there's a bigger topic than the new Ozzy song. All right, let me just read some more comments. Mike, I believe this was the plan the whole time. I think in the back of their head it was the plan. But I think if things went south, they wouldn't have done this. Kenny from New York. I agree, Jimmy. Ozzy's in... Oh. Yes, Ozzy. Oh, Kenny. I agree, Jimmy. Ozzy's in the 90s did feel sincere. Motley just pulled a mini grab. Nikki Sixx blasted Kiss for doing the same thing. Yeah, it's not the thing to do. You're going to blast others, but people will still go see them. Motley Crue's coming on tour. People are going to still go see them. That's what it is. Gordon, I think they don't know what else to do. They're musicians. Yeah, I agree. Andrew, as a Crue fan, I'm happy they're back. People will complain Vince is terrible now, blah, blah, blah. My response was, he was average at his peak. Yeah. Brandon, glad to see the tour wasn't there. They just did that. Okay. Sorry, Brandon. Hey, looks like Frank Marino will tour. Interview him, Jimmy. I called him, by the way. I did call Frank Marino. And yes, I wouldn't mind interviewing Frank. Frank lives about 20 minutes away. But I wanted to do like an in-person interview with him. He goes, let's do a phoner. Frank's great, by the way. Don't get me wrong. He goes, let's do a phoner. I'm like, we live like 20 minutes away. I don't know. He was kind of busy. I didn't want to bother him. But I'm going to do an interview with Frank Marino. At least I'm heading in that direction. Yeah, it is true. Frank Marino lives 20 minutes away. Yes. So I kind of figured if he lives 20 minutes away, let's do a video interview. I prefer a video interview. They're more powerful. But he's busy. I guess he's getting ready and stuff. And he goes, let's do a phoner. I go, I call you. We live so close. Anyways, I'm pushing him to do a video interview. Jose, how is Motley Crue going to tour when Vince Neil can't even remember the lyrics to half the songs? It's easy. Teleprompter. Marcy, yes, do that. Is it true? I guess I'm saying stuff, and because I'm reading the comments later, I don't know what the hell the comments are. Sorry, guys. But keep leaving the comments. It's all good, man. It's all good. Layden, I don't think it was planned back when they retired. It's just about the money. They were offered an insane amount of money. I guess, you know what? At the end of the day, if I was offered an insane amount of money, I don't think I'd do it this way. I wouldn't write a contract. I wouldn't do a farewell tour. I'd just say, look, we might retire, and then let's see how things go. That's how I do it. It's just sincerity. It's about sincerity. It's about being honest. What's wrong? Why can't people just be sincere? I don't know. Lip Sync Jose, thanks for being on. I'm in and out, but you help inform us. Wayne, how many fair tools has Kiss had? These bands never mean it. Yeah. I hear you. Ricardo, Money Rules. Judas Priest. Oh, there's another one, Judas Priest. All right, Judas Priest. The arenas were starting to get empty. And they announced the Epitaph Farewell Tour. I know my buddy Alan was there. I didn't go because I figured they'd come back. I think half the group was sincere about it and the other half probably weren't. I don't know. I don't think it was like Motley Crue. They never sat down and said, we're going to drop these contracts. That's where it all friggin' goes to hell. We're drying up these contracts. That's where they're playing trickery. False marketing. Doesn't sit well with me. I'm not going to go see them. I probably wouldn't have seen them anyways because I just don't want to see Poison. I couldn't care less. Maybe some people like Poison. I bought a Poison album, like their greatest hits. I probably listened to it like 2 times in like 15, 20 years. I kind of like when a Poison song comes on the radio, but I'm not going to go see Bret Michaels and Ricky Rocket and Shuttle and whatever the fuck his name is. Anyways, Andrew, a lot of the Scorpions' decisions had to do with their manager at the time. Yeah, probably. But what happened during the tour is a lot of the old-time fans like myself went to see the shows. Andrew, I think the Scorpions, it was a case of, let's just go as long as we could go. And when things start going, a little south and we start getting tired, we'll stop. I don't think it was a ploy. That's just me. Ian, marketing ploy. Kevin, like we didn't know there was going to happen. Yeah, I know. I felt it all along. Scrappy, Motley Crue fraud. Eric, I don't care. And Melissa, most may not agree that the reunion of this band, but how many would you like to see some bands again? But unfortunately, this is not possible due to this deceased members. At the end of the day, people will go. All right? People will go at the end of the day. The fans will go because most fans don't even know this contract exists. The reality is, us in our little metal community, we know about the news. We listen to the news. We listen to the blabbermouths and the metal voices, and we're sort of in tune in our little metal world. But let's be honest, most people are not us. the masses will call them, they didn't even know there's a contract in place. Or they heard about some sort of contract, but didn't know the details. They just look as entertainment as entertainment. We look at metal and music and hard rock and all that as our life. We're purists in a sense. These little things annoy us. But the majority of people couldn't give a flying crap. And they will go. And it's the way it is. And that's not the way it is only in music, but that's just the way it is in life. Most people don't pay attention. Most people don't pay attention to social issues or politics. And they just go with the flow. They go with what everybody else is doing. And they like to be entertained too. Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that. All right. Danielle, I like it when other members get together and form a stage act, just like Hollywood Vampires Alice Cooper. Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that. I'm looking at the time. I'm going to run out of time. Another quick plug here. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Not McDonald's, the Metal Voice. So, you want to pick up a Metal Voice shirt in the description. Check it out. It doesn't cost too much. Support the show. Like the show on YouTube. But think, you got to click on the little bell, because if you don't click on the bell, you'll never know when there's a new episode coming out. Evoke Candles. They do not have any more Saxon ones. I was lucky enough to get one. Thank you very much, Nigel Glocker and Gina Glocker. Thank you very much. Evoke Candles. You could buy other great candle gifts. And how cool a reunion. Now a cool reunion would be Heart. I thought they were already playing. They're already playing. They're already reunited, the two ladies. I love Heart. Great. All right, guys. I'm going to let you all go. Tell me your thoughts on the new Ozzy song. If you just tuned in, just rewind back to the beginning. I was talking about Ozzy song. I really dug it. Thought it was cool. Motley Crue. I'm not a fan of this trickery or this marketing ploy, but there's nothing I can do, really. I'm not going to the show, but one little guy ain't going to make a difference. So if you just think entertainment is entertainment, enjoy yourself. Oh, not the Sisters, the original band, Jimmy. Okay, I got you. That's on the Heart thing. All right, guys. Stay metal. Keep watching the Metal Voice. Like us on YouTube, and we will talk soon. Bye.